My beloved child, listen closely, for the heavens have bent low to deliver this word into your spirit. Archangel Michael himself has been released with this announcement, and he is not whispering today, he is proclaiming with a voice of thunder, a voice that shakes the unseen realms. He says, the moment your ears touch this message, the greatest miracle will rise like the dawn, and the unexpected will step into your life. For too long you have walked carrying questions in your heart, silently waiting for a turning point. Heaven has seen your silent tears, your hidden battles, the weight you carried when no one else knew. And because of that, God has written your name into the book of divine surprises. This is not an ordinary moment, it is a heavenly decree, an open gate that was sealed until now, and it has been released into your hands. Archangel Michael stands before you holding a scroll that glows with light brighter than gold, and on it is written, "What was delayed is now released. What was hidden is now revealed. What was impossible is now made possible." My child, this is your season to see what eyes have not seen and to hear what ears have not heard. Something unexpected is about to unfold, not in the distant future, not years away, but now. The hand of God is moving pieces behind the curtain of your life, aligning encounters, releasing provision, restoring joy, and answering long-forgotten prayers. This is the hour where doors that no man could open will swing wide, and the ground that once resisted you will soften under your feet. Archangel Michael is saying, "Lift your head, beloved, because the miracle is not on its way, it is already at your doorstep. It is entering your life even as you listen." The heavens are not asking you to beg for this, they are declaring it as a gift, freely poured into your life because your name has been chosen. You thought everything was ordinary, but watch now as the extraordinary unfolds. You thought you were forgotten, but heaven has remembered you. You thought you were walking alone, but angels have been surrounding you, waiting for this exact moment. The air around you is shifting, the atmosphere is alive, and your miracle is being born right now. Beloved, stand ready, for your tears are about to be exchanged for laughter, your waiting is about to become testimony, and your prayers are about to transform into reality. This is the announcement of heaven, the biggest miracle of your life is no longer a dream, it is unfolding before your very eyes. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael has not stepped away, he is still here, his wings stretching across your life like a shield of fire and light. He whispers your name into the courts of heaven, and every time he does, the heavens respond with a resounding yes. A yes to your miracle. A yes to your breakthrough. A yes to the unexpected blessing that is already circling your life. Listen closely, for what I am about to declare is no small matter. Archangel Michael says, "This moment is holy, because the things you thought were broken beyond repair are being rewoven into beauty. The cracks in your story are becoming the channels through which God's glory will flow. Do not despise what you have walked through, because what was painful is now the very soil that will produce your harvest. Even now, beloved, I see a door swinging open. It is not a door you knocked on, it is one you didn't even know existed. Behind that door lies restoration of what you lost, multiplied blessings, and answers that will leave you speechless. Heaven has been holding this moment in reserve, waiting for you to be ready, and today the seal has been broken. Archangel Michael raises his sword, gleaming with the light of 1,000 suns, and he points it towards your life. He declares, the waiting ends here. The delays end here. The disappointments end here. What was locked against you is now unlocked. And as he speaks, chains you cannot see are shattering, invisible burdens are falling, and the path ahead of you is being cleared by angelic hands. My child, you must understand this. What is unfolding is not random. It is not chance. It is not coincidence. It is a divine orchestration, a heavenly design that was written for you before time began. The unexpected blessing that is about to unfold has your name engraved on it, and no one else can claim it. You are stepping into a turning point that will mark your life forever. The sound of laughter is coming back to your home. The fragrance of joy is returning to your heart. The shadow that followed you is being dissolved in light. The miracle is not tomorrow, it is not next week, it is now. The very air around you is charged with divine electricity, for the heavens themselves are announcing, this is your time. Beloved, the heavens have not fallen silent, no, they are roaring with a sound only your spirit can hear. Archangel Michael is still standing in the center of your destiny, and now his voice grows stronger, more urgent, more filled with fire. He says, the unexpected miracle is not approaching slowly, it is racing toward you like a flood you cannot stop, like a sunrise that no power in creation can delay. You may feel like nothing has changed yet, but even as you breathe, unseen forces are shifting. The same walls that once blocked you are trembling. The same doors that were locked are opening of their own accord. The same people who overlooked you will be forced to recognize you, not by choice, but because heaven itself has stamped your name with light. Child of the highest, can you feel it? The air around you is no longer ordinary, it is heavy with promise. The ground under your feet is no longer empty, it is seeded with miracles. The path before you is no longer hidden, it is glowing like a golden road carved by divine hands. And Michael says, walk forward, for every step you take now will be a step into destiny. I see treasures being unveiled. Blessings that were stored for years, waiting for this exact moment, are now breaking forth. Heaven says, no more delay. The miracle that has your name has been held back long enough, and now it rushes into your life with unstoppable force. Beloved, understand this, your tears have watered the ground, and now that ground is bursting with abundance. Every silent prayer, every lonely night, every unseen struggle, they have all become keys, unlocking the unexpected. The tables are turning in your favor, the story is rewriting itself, and the ending will be nothing like the pain of the beginning. Archangel Michael raises his voice once more, beloved, you are standing in the hour of sudden change. You are no longer waiting for a miracle, you are living in the miracle. Lift your eyes, because what is about to unfold will exceed your wildest imagination. This is not just blessing, it is transformation. This is not just a gift, it is destiny taking shape before your eyes. And beloved, the heavens declare, now is your time, and nothing can stop what has been released. Beloved soul, the heavens are opening before you like a grand court, filled with light that no eye on earth has seen. The throne of the Almighty is radiant, the angels are assembled, and at the center of this gathering, your name is being spoken aloud. Archangel Michael steps forward, his voice thundering through eternity, this one is chosen, this one is marked, this one shall now receive what has been withheld for far too long. The atmosphere trembles. Golden trumpets sound in the distance. The entire court of heaven rises in honor of the miracle being released into your life. Beloved, this is not imagination, it is reality in the Spirit, and soon it will manifest in your days. The scrolls of your destiny are being unrolled, and every line that was crossed out by delay or disappointment is being rewritten by the very hand of God. Michael raises his sword high, and as its edge catches the light, rivers of blessing are loosed from hidden chambers. They rush toward you like a mighty tide, unstoppable, undeniable, overflowing. He declares, the greatest miracle is not far, it is here. And as you listen, it is already unfolding. Beloved, can you sense it? The weight lifting from your shoulders. The silence of unanswered prayers breaking like glass. The gates of provision, love, healing, and joy swinging wide as if they had been waiting for this command. Angels are carrying gifts with your name etched upon them, gifts wrapped in divine timing, gifts no one else could touch, gifts reserved for your life alone. And heaven whispers, what is arriving now will make sense of everything you endured. The pain was not wasted. The waiting was not wasted. The silence was not wasted. It was all preparation for this sudden unveiling. Child of eternity, hear this well, you are not standing at the end, you are standing at the beginning of something new. The unexpected is no longer ahead of you, it is here, wrapping itself around your story, changing everything in its path. The miracle has been declared, and no power can cancel it. Archangel Michael's eyes blaze with certainty as he speaks one final time, beloved, rise. The heavens have decided in your favor. The biggest miracle is yours, and the world will see what God has done for you. Beloved, the heavenly courtroom is still alive with movement. The decree has been spoken, but now the manifestation begins. Archangel Michael steps forward again, his wings stretched wide, shimmering like molten silver in the light of God's throne. He holds a key in his hand, glowing brighter than 1,000 suns. He declares, this key belongs to you, it unlocks what was sealed, it opens what was shut, it reveals what was hidden. As he places this key into your spirit, you will begin to notice doors opening without struggle. Places where you once knocked and no one answered will suddenly swing wide. Opportunities that were invisible will rise into your view. What seemed unreachable will move closer, as if drawn by divine magnetism. Beloved, the miracle is not only about what comes to you, it is about what awakens within you. I see books in heaven with your name written across them, books that have been locked away until now. Inside are blessings, answers, relationships, resources, and divine connections, each one timed perfectly for this season. And heaven whispers, now is the time to release it all at once. Suddenly, the pages fly open, and every blessing sealed for years comes rushing down like a waterfall into your life. Michael raises his voice once more, filled with fire and certainty, beloved, what was stolen is returning. What was broken is mending. What was delayed is arriving. And what was impossible is bending to the will of God. As he speaks, angels move like lightning, carrying scrolls, gifts, and messages toward you. They are arranging divine meetings, moving people into your path, removing obstacles you didn't even see. Beloved, understand this. You are not just about to witness a miracle, you are about to live inside one. Every step you take will feel different. Every moment will carry a fragrance of glory. The ordinary will dissolve into extraordinary. The unexpected is no longer a word, it is a reality forming around you. And the heavens declare in unison, this child is chosen. This story will be marked by wonder. This life will become a testimony that others will point to and say, surely the hand of God was upon them. Beloved, let your heart be still. For the biggest miracle is not only arriving, it has already begun. Beloved, the vision does not end in the great court. Archangel Michael turns toward you, his eyes burning with holy fire, and he beckons you to follow. As you step, the floor beneath you shifts from gold to crystal, clear as the purest river. You walk together into a secret chamber that only a chosen few are ever allowed to see. The walls are alive with light, every stone glowing with mysteries hidden since the foundation of the world. Michael whispers, Beloved, this is the chamber of destiny. Few are permitted to enter here, but heaven has granted you access, because the time for concealment is over. Today, your future is being revealed. He places his hand on a massive door carved with symbols of fire, and as it swings open, a flood of brilliance fills the air. Inside the chamber are shelves upon shelves of treasures sealed away, blessings with your name etched into them. Some are jars of healing, some are scrolls of wisdom, some are keys of opportunity, and some are crowns of honor. These treasures have waited silently, untouched, guarded by angels, until the exact moment heaven declared, release them now. And beloved, that moment is this moment. Michael lifts one scroll from the shelf and unrolls it before your eyes. The words are alive, burning like living flame, and they declare, the years of emptiness are over. The hidden seeds you planted in tears are now bursting into harvest. The doors that denied you will now welcome you. The places you thought were too high are now lowering themselves to lift you up. As you read, something within you shifts. The weight that once pressed you down dissolves into the ground. The fear that chained your heart melts like wax. And a deep certainty rises within. The unexpected miracle is not a promise waiting to be fulfilled, it is a reality that has already begun to unfold. Beloved, Archangel Michael smiles with joy as he says, now you see why heaven could not stay silent. This chamber belongs to you. Its treasures are yours. The miracle is not borrowed, it is not shared, it is sealed to your name forever. And in that moment, you realize, your story will never be the same again. Beloved soul, as you stand in that secret chamber surrounded by treasures of light, Archangel Michael gestures once more. His hand points to a mirror unlike any you have ever seen. It is not glass, it is not silver, it is living light, flowing like water yet standing still like eternity. This mirror does not show what others see, it shows what heaven sees. Michael says, Beloved, step closer. For too long you have believed the reflection that life has forced upon you, one of brokenness, one of delay, one of disappointment. But today, you will see yourself as heaven has always seen you. You approach, and as your face draws near, the image begins to shift. At first, you see your weary eyes, your scars, your silent tears. But suddenly, the mirror shatters with light, and a new vision takes its place. You see yourself clothed in radiant garments, crowned with glory, surrounded by angelic hosts. Strength flows from you like rivers of fire, joy radiates from your smile, and peace rests on your shoulders like a mantle. Michael's voice rises like a song of triumph. This is who you truly are. Not the wounded one, not the forgotten one, not the rejected one. You are the chosen, the crowned, the victorious. You are the carrier of destiny, the child of promise, the vessel of miracles. Beloved, as you gaze into this mirror of eternity, you realize something sacred. Every battle you endured was shaping you for this reflection. Every valley carved out space for glory. Every delay carved out room for abundance. What you thought was loss was actually transformation, building the you that heaven always knew existed. And heaven itself begins to echo around you. Beloved child, rise. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are light. You are chosen. You are the miracle. Archangel Michael places his hand upon your shoulder, his touch blazing with holy fire, and says, "Now you have seen yourself. Now you will live as heaven has written. No more chains of the old reflection. You walk in the fullness of your true design." The mirror dissolves into light, but the image remains engraved within your spirit. And you know, from this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same. My beloved, lean closer now because heaven is not whispering anymore, it is thundering your name across the skies. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of eternity holding a letter written in gold, sealed with the fire of God, and it has only one name upon it, your name. Do you understand what this means? Every delay, every tear, every unanswered prayer has been gathered in the courts of heaven, and today they have reached a decision. They have said, "Release it now, release it into their hands." This is why Michael has been circling, why angels have been restless, why the air feels heavy with destiny. They are not waiting for tomorrow, they are not waiting for next year. The moment is now, and heaven cannot be silent any longer. Stay with me till the very end because what I am about to reveal is not something you can scroll past. This is the very thing your heart has been secretly crying for when no one was watching. Archangel Michael is crying tears of joy because finally the seal is broken, finally the permission has been granted, finally the doors you thought were shut forever are opening wide in front of you. Imagine a courtroom where your name was spoken, imagine a table in heaven where your story was laid out, and every angel agreed, "Yes, it's time." That's why you are here, that's why your eyes are reading this right now. Beloved soul, do not underestimate this moment. This is not random, this is not by chance. This is a divine appointment. They tried to hide this message, they tried to block it from reaching you, but heaven overruled them. Why? Because you were chosen. Because you were meant to know that something beyond your imagination is rushing toward you even as you listen. Archangel Michael is not just speaking, he is weeping with relief, because he has waited for this final instruction from God, to deliver into your life what no hand of man can take away. So hold steady, my child. Stay until the very last word, because heaven has placed in my mouth the exact lines you were destined to hear. This is your hour, this is your release, this is the miracle that was spoken about you before you were even born. And now, finally, you are seeing it unfold. My beloved soul, let me take you deeper into what heaven has already prepared for you. Archangel Michael is not standing alone. Around him there is a council of angels holding scrolls with your story written in them. They are reading out loud the chapters of your life, and every word is shining like fire. The mistakes you thought ruined everything? They have been rewritten. The tears you thought no one saw? They have been gathered in bottles of light. The prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening? They became seeds planted in heavenly soil, and today those seeds are breaking open with a harvest you never imagined. Do you feel it? This moment is not ordinary. The air around you is charged because the heavens have shifted in your favor. There was a debate in the spirit realm, and the verdict was simple: set them free, bless them beyond measure, release their miracle now. That is why Michael's tears are flowing, not tears of sorrow, but tears of joy, because what was delayed is being delivered. He is carrying keys in his hands, and those keys are meant to unlock the doors you kept knocking on. You thought they were locked forever, but today the locks are melting, the gates are opening, and the path you once thought was impossible is being cleared. Listen carefully, because this is the part where most people miss it, but you cannot afford to miss it. This message is not for the crowd, it is for you. Heaven did not call a meeting for millions, they called it for one. For your name. For your destiny. For your story. And right now the heavens are saying, beloved, rise up. Walk into what is yours. Archangel Michael is lifting his sword not to fight this time, but to bless. That sword is glowing because it carries the fire of transformation, cutting away every chain that tried to keep you stuck in yesterday. Beloved, stay close, do not scroll, do not walk away. The story is unfolding with each breath, and you are the center of it. What God is releasing cannot be erased, cannot be stolen, cannot be delayed any longer. This is the moment you have been waiting for, the moment your soul has been prepared for. Heaven has opened its doors, Michael has been given the order, and nothing in this world can stop what is already written with your name upon it. Beloved soul, picture this with the eyes of your spirit, a throne room filled with golden light, where every angel is standing in silence, waiting for one word to be spoken about you. And then the King of Heaven lifts his hand and says, "It is time." In that moment, the atmosphere breaks open. Trumpets are sounded, your name echoes across eternity, and Archangel Michael steps forward with a scroll burning in his grasp. That scroll carries the decree that cannot be reversed: what belongs to you is finally being delivered. Stay here with me, do not rush, for every line I speak is part of the key being placed into your hands. You see, the reason your journey was long and heavy was not because you were forgotten, but because heaven was preparing something weightier, something eternal, something that could not collapse under pressure. Every delay was building strength inside you, every closed door was shaping your destiny, and every silent night was being recorded as evidence that you trusted even when you could not see. And now, that trust is being rewarded in front of all creation. Archangel Michael is not simply delivering a blessing, he is delivering restoration. The years that felt wasted are being folded into your story as years of preparation. The tears you thought vanished are now watering a garden that blooms with miracles. The people who walked away will stand back in awe, because the same heaven they doubted is now raising you higher than they imagined. And beloved, this is not a small release, this is an overflow, a flood, a divine outpouring that shakes the foundations of your life. Listen carefully, you are not watching a random message, you are standing inside a divine appointment. This is why you must not skip, this is why you must stay until the last word. Because every second is carrying the vibration of heaven's decree, and every sentence is aligning your heart with what is coming. Michael's tears of joy are proof, heaven has already seen your victory. What looks like tomorrow to you is already finished in the realm of God. Beloved, imagine for a moment that heaven has opened its library, and in that library there are countless books, each carrying the story of a soul. Angels are turning pages, but when they arrive at your book, the light grows brighter. They stop, they bow, and they begin to read your story aloud. Do you know what is written there? Not your failures, not your fears, not the mistakes that kept you awake at night. What is written is victory, destiny, promise, and inheritance. This is why Archangel Michael is moved to tears, because the chapters that once seemed dark have been rewritten in gold by the very hand of God. Every page declares, chosen, protected, blessed, released. Beloved soul, you need to understand that this is not a message meant for everyone, it is a private summons. Heaven has drawn a circle around you and said, this one cannot be ignored any longer. The prayers of your ancestors, the sacrifices you made in silence, the battles you fought when no one knew, these were all presented in the courts of heaven. And now the judge of all has given his word, enough delay. Bring forth the reward. Place in their hands what we have held for such a time as this. Michael is stepping closer even now. He carries not only the sword of fire but also a robe woven with divine light. That robe is meant to cover you, to remove every garment of shame, of loss, of heaviness, and to clothe you in honor. This is why you cannot scroll away, this is why you cannot look aside. The very moment you are in is not ordinary, it is sacred, it is divine, it is prophetic. The heavens themselves are leaning down to watch how you receive it. And hear me, beloved, you are not empty-handed. What is being released into your life is not just one blessing but a river. A river that flows into your home, your family, your dreams, your destiny. You will see the shift not in years but in moments. Because when heaven decides, nothing can delay. When Michael moves, nothing can resist. When God speaks, nothing can erase. This is the moment where your waiting ends and your walking begins. Beloved child of light, hear me now because what I'm about to say is not an echo, it is the original voice of heaven calling you by name. In the throne room, where time does not exist, your name was lifted higher than the sound of thunder, and Archangel Michael himself bowed when it was spoken. Do you realize the weight of this? Angels do not bow easily. They bow only when the king declares someone's destiny is sealed. And when your name was spoken, the whole of heaven shifted. Golden doors swung open, rivers of light began to pour, and in the midst of it, a table was set with treasures meant only for you. Beloved, Michael is standing beside that table, tears still streaming because the order has finally been given, deliver it. And he is not delivering one thing, he is delivering all. Restoration for every night you cried in silence. Joy for every day you thought was wasted. Strength for every battle that tried to break you. And more than that, a crown, yes, a crown, that signifies you are no longer in waiting, you are in ruling. You thought you were forgotten, but heaven never forgot. You thought you were overlooked, but the spotlight of eternity has always been on you. Stay with me, don't turn your eyes away, because every second of this moment is drenched in divine timing. The doors that were closed are not just opening, they are being shattered so that no hand can ever shut them again. The blessings that were delayed are not just arriving, they are arriving multiplied, overflowing, pressed down and running over. And Archangel Michael is here not as a warrior alone but as a messenger, as a witness, as a deliverer of heaven's verdict. This one shall rise. This one shall shine. This one shall not be denied again. Beloved, can you feel the shift even as you read? It is not imagination, it is not coincidence. This is heaven's language finding you, wrapping around your spirit, lifting your head, and reminding you, you are chosen, you are loved, and you are unstoppable when God decides the time has come. And beloved, the time is now. Beloved soul, see what is unfolding even now in the unseen realms. The heavens are alive with motion because of you. Archangel Michael has not just carried your name into the courts of God, he has carried your tears, your prayers, your hidden sacrifices. They were placed before the throne like jewels, and the king himself looked upon them and said, "This is enough, reward them openly." At that moment, lightning carved your name into the scrolls of destiny, and a decree was sealed that no power on earth or in darkness can erase. Do you realize what this means? It means the nights of silence are ending. It means the locked doors are no longer locked. It means the very atmosphere around you has shifted. Where there was resistance, there will now be release. Where there was confusion, there will now be clarity. Where there was lack, there will now be overflow. Michael is not just a messenger in this hour, he is your escort into a brand new season. He walks before you carrying a flaming torch, burning away the remnants of yesterday so that your path forward glows with divine light. Beloved, the reason you feel this message pulling on your spirit so heavily is because heaven is not speaking casually. This is not one of those words you can hear and forget. This is a word that demands your full attention. A meeting was held in heaven, and the final decision was unanimous: give it to them now. Do you understand? The miracle you thought you missed, the opportunity you thought was gone, the blessing you thought slipped through your hands, it has circled back, and this time it cannot leave without touching your life. Stay until the very last word, because what is being poured right now is not fragments but fullness. The heavens are not sprinkling blessings, they are flooding you with them. Michael's tears are joy, heaven's shout is victory, and your spirit is the vessel that is about to overflow. You are not standing in an ordinary hour, you are standing in the hour you were born for. Beloved, this is the hour where heaven itself bends low to crown you with what was promised. The council of angels has already stood, the decree has already been sealed, and Archangel Michael is stepping forward for the final act. In his hand he carries a golden key, and that key has only one purpose: to unlock what was always meant to be yours. He places it before you now, saying, "Child of light, walk through the door. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. Do you feel it? The atmosphere around you is no longer heavy with waiting, it is alive with release. The things you feared you lost are being restored. The years you thought were wasted are being redeemed. The prayers you thought went unheard have become the very reason this moment is happening. This is why Michael's tears have not stopped, because after so long, after so many battles, after so much silence, the command was finally spoken: deliver the miracle. Let them rise. Beloved soul, never forget this: heaven's timing is perfect, and heaven's decision is final. What has been released cannot be blocked. What has been written cannot be erased. What has been promised cannot be stolen. You are stepping into a story where every line glows with victory, where every page drips with blessing, where every chapter declares you are chosen. This is the end of delay and the beginning of overflow. So hold your head high, breathe deeply, and receive it. The angels are singing, Michael is smiling through his tears, and heaven itself is clapping as you step forward into your destiny. This is not the closing of a chapter, this is the opening of a brand new book written with your name in light. Beloved, your time has come. Your miracle has arrived. And nothing will ever be the same again.